Right, so welcome back. We are on to the next day. So let's see what we can do. I think water, sleep, food, all good to go. So next things next is, I guess we need to heal up a little bit before we head out. But today, I really think I want to start this farming business here. So we can get some more food and potentially sell these things that we produce. Not too sure if I can sell things like the pies and everything like that. Potentially. So yeah, I think we have a decent amount of materials. Probably not too much. I think I just killed a whole bunch of my iron for these large steel tubes for the acquisitions in the last episode. So that's always going to be a problem for the time being. And because I kind of want to make a greenhouse like thing, I'm going to have to build some glass here, which we have the silicon wafers, so we should be okay to a point. If we have other inventory stuff that we can dismantle for silicon, then we can do that. So that's not a big deal. Maybe we have like the displays and things like that. So that's a thing that we can dismantle. Computers, displays, solar cells, those are the things that we can kind of reduce in our inventory just to get the silicon. So I think we should be okay. All right, so now it's placement. Placement wise, where do we want to put the farm? I think I mentioned we want to put it closer to kind of like this area. I mean, we do get some sun here, although I don't think the farming business here actually needs sun, but maybe we plant it right out here. I think that's what I'm gonna go with. But in order to do that, we need to do a bit of a piping system all the way down there. So I need to find a source or port. And for whatever reason, I can't remember if there's a port or not down here for the refinery. Looks like there is not one. So we're going to leave that alone. And we're going to add it piping down this way, I guess. That would probably be the better bet. Okay, so this solar panel's in the way for me to do that, so fun. We could link it up from here, so that's not a big deal. I think we could just do that. Should we do it that way? Probably. That's the shortest distance that we have. Yep, let's just do that. Before we do that, let's just connect a bit of scaffolding here. So just in case it disconnects somehow, because I'm going to get rid of this little piping system right over here. All right, so piping system, I think we're going to use... Should we use the conveyor pipe system here in case I want to pipe on the other side? Anything? Yeah, I think that's probably the safer bet. Or at least conveyor junction here, which is solid square. Instead of a round circly dingy. Okay, so let's see. Let's pipe it down. I think we could pipe it down. Yeah, let's pipe it down towards the bottom. This way. And we should be able to go out as far as we can, but not too far. I'm going to go... Let's see. How far do we want to go? We go a little bit past the building itself. We're going to expand that home and base eventually. This is now looking like a bit of a sewer system, which is okay. Oh, it's gonna be up a bit, so don't know if I want to keep it up that way, because I think all the food stuff, which is I think all the connector points, may actually be on the bottom. If not, if it's not, then that's fine. We'll figure a way for each one of them. But this one's on the side. This one's on the bottom. This one is bottom. Yeah, a lot of them is on the bottom. So that's interesting. So we got to make a few platforms here. And this whole platform is going to be conveyor junctions here. We got to make a few of these things because I do want to spread it out a bit. And not make it everything like really, really close together. So maybe we'll stick with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6, 7 by 7 for now and see how that goes. We're running out of space here, so we can't really do that. don't want to build it too high up on the ground. So I think we have to do it this way. So we're 5 across and 7. Yeah, let's just do it that way. And we can just build this whole thing with conveyor junctions here, provided we have the mats. I think we should be okay. But hard to tell. Okay, 5 by 5. We could build up the windows and everything like that too. Actually, I could probably get away with one more, but I don't want to do even numbers. We could do the odd numbers. Is much better. Let's see. I might be able to get away with it and still be able to build underneath it. Yes and no. Did I build something right underneath here? Nope. Okay, so that's a problem. I want to be able to build... I could get away with that. But anything beyond that is the problem. I could build above it, but I can't build underneath it. So I would have to kind of drill a little bit down to actually get to this point, which I can't drill. I'm not going to drill. So, you know what? Let's build it down that way, because there's no point of doing it down this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to build it down this way here. That is probably going to be a better bet. And we're 7 by 7. We can do a nice little door right over here, right in the middle. Because, yeah, right in the middle because we have the space for it. And we can use, let's just use half blocks for now. Do a little bit of a concrete wall system here. And I want to be able to build one more right over here. If I could get right there. Perfect. Awesome. That way we could build a wall or a panel like right outside. So let's just say for an example, probably not going to do it with this right now. We could just to do it this way. And then that should be airtight in there, if anything. And hopefully, if not, then we're going to have to figure that out soon. Maybe you could throw, can't dig, so maybe we'll shoot the ground with something just to make a hole. Sounds like a bad idea, but that is something we can do. Okay, in terms of a door system, now, what kind of door do we want to use? So we have several different doors. You have a regular door here. You have the hatch door, sliding hatch doors, the offset door, which is not too bad, and then you have sliding doors. So, I don't know. We have hanger doors. You have so many different choices. Do we want to use a traditional door? Let's just go with the regular offset door. That way, you surround it here with like glass and everything like that. Or a decent window. So we don't necessarily just use glass. We can do these type of windows or these type of windows just to get that effect or look for the farm, the greenhouse. We could definitely use the half windows here. So that's going to look decently like that. And it's going to cover up some of the bottom pieces. So that's kind of worth it. But I do want to put it more towards the outside layer more than I would want to do it in the inside. Because then you can't build right onto this grid here, which I probably do want to do that. So we're going to have to figure that piece out as well. So that means we have to build some kind of panels right out here just to surround the outside. But we're going to leave that for now. Let's just weld up everything really quickly and see if we even have all the mats first. All right, so that took a bit of time and we didn't get much completed, as you see there. It's storming, it's bad weather. Woo. It's not a good thing to be out there because I just got shocked by lightning and it killed me. So now my food, water, and sleep is pretty poor now because of it. So we're just gonna have to situate ourselves and eat up and things like that. All right, food, sleep, water, all fixed. So we need to make some kind of decoy or antenna to prevent the lightning from striking us. I've heard decoys work. Never used it before on lightning. So I don't mind giving it a try, but it does require quite some parts that we don't have. Although minimal parts, we still don't got them because we're out of materials. So that's a problem. So I've been dismantling as much as I can and assembling as much as I can with the steel plates and everything like that. And I'll show you what I got so far for the farm, but hard to see with the storm. So we're just gonna have to let that settle down before we do anything else. So the decoy, not a lot of spots where we can put it because we don't want it next to us, obviously. But we also need it to be powered. So, let's just stretch it out from here for now. If I got steel plates, I'm just gonna put it right over here for now and see if it works. I mean, the storm just passed finally. It took a while, but if I placed it right here, we should be okay for the most part. Yeah, I got struck by the lightning right over here, which is not great because it destroyed one of my solar panels. And we don't have that many solar cells. So that really was not great. And yep, here we go. Since the storm's over, this is what I got so far with the greenhouse and the farming. And I still hear lightning, which is bad. But here we have got a little bit overzealous with all the conveyor junctions. Obviously, we ain't got all those parts for it. Small steel tubes and motors was the issue. And of course steel plates, because of course I sold all my steel plates, all my iron in essence, which caused this problem. So yeah, I need to go do some more trading before I finish up this farm, because yeah, I got nothing left here. So if I have enough materials, let me see if I could do this. Here is like the farm. So the farms looks like we don't need steel tubes for, so we could potentially, we don't need steel plates for, so we could potentially still make them if we need to. It's steel tubes and things like, yeah, so it's not that bad. So what is a compositor? Anyways, let's see what we can. We have wheat, vegetables, apples, mushrooms. We could build all these stuff, I think. So let's just do like an apple farm. Vegetable grower. Let's just see what we can do. I'm just gonna add, if I can. Looks like I'm missing steel plates, which I could dismantle some more stuff for steel plates, but it's getting quite to the point where we're running out of things to get rid of. So that's a bit of a problem. And I got some reactor components. Not sure exactly where I got those from, but we can attempt to dismantle it if we can, and it's going to give us a decent amount of iron. So I think we have 3 of these things, which is great, but also, yeah. Don't know if I can use these for anything, but 3 is probably not enough to do anything anyway. So I actually have more. How many of these do I have? Reactor components. I have more than that. Okay. We had 3 thruster components. That's what I thought I had. Let's just get rid of this. I think that's gonna net me some materials that I need anyway. So if we can get rid of all 5 that we have remaining, that should give us a decent amount of iron. And let's just get rid of the thruster components as well, since we don't need it right now anyway. So that should give us some more iron and everything like that. So I guess not. We don't have much that much iron here. So those materials, of course, didn't even net us much iron at all. So okay, we need iron. That's a problem. So yeah, we have nothing left basically. Like again, we could dismantle the whole entire thing or inventory just to get some more, but I think we're gonna not do that for now because we can always build some more stuff. I don't need you thunder to make noise. Okay, so let's just make some minor stuff for now, like a wheat farm and everything like that, because we can utilize the wheat farm. So the goal here is to make the farm kind of sectioned out here. So we could build some here, get blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. So we could do some wheat farms. I'm going to build it right around, I guess we'll stay here. just build one for now. Since we have tons and tons of wheat, we can always throw the wheat farm here. I'm not sure if it pulls from it. Well, probably not going to pull from it because I put it in the kitchen. But if I put it not in the kitchen, I think we should be okay. What else can we make in terms of the farming that we could use? So wheat we have, so we can use that. And I think we have mushrooms. Not sure if we had mushrooms, but I feel like these can go back here, if anything, to make it look decent. So, ooh, vegetable growers. Okay, so wheat farms, soya farms, apple farm. I think we have only one apple, so I'm not sure if that's going to do anything. Be nice to have the apples like right here. I'm going to add one right here and here, just for looks. And it looks like we have decent amount of materials for this, so that's not too bad. And then we're out right over here, so we'll leave that as is for now. But let me see if I could move these things into it from the base. And I need to stop wasting my oxygen here. Okay, so wheat, apple is what we got. We still have some stuff here, I think. No, right here, large cargo container. So can we move that along to the farm? Yes, we can. I'm not even sure how this all works. Should probably figure that out. So I think you just gotta, so I can move them in here, so that's good. So we can grow food that way, but I want to make sure to pressurize it first, just for the sake of it. I don't think it's necessary because I don't have a mod that it requires it. There is a mod out there that requires it to be air pressurized in order to use it, which probably should have that also to be part of the series, to be part of the survival aspect of it. But I think what we have to do is just throw an apple to make it a seed just to grow more. But we'll figure that out a little bit later down the line. So let's just grab all our food that we have and throw it in our kitchen for now, just to store it separately. And we'll figure out the farm a little bit later. Okay, so we got a decent amount of stuff here, actually. That's not bad at all. All right, so one thing I did want to check also was what can we make upgraded tools? It looks like we can. So more importantly, we need the grinder and welder, and I think I got the platinum from the thruster components, so that helped out a lot. And we still can't make the rocket launcher that we wanted to use for our research station mission, but that should be coming up because I'm missing only at least a regular rocket. I'm missing 10 iron here, but that's just the launcher itself. I'm still gonna get missiles, so that's gonna have to hold off for a little bit longer. But I'm glad I was able to get upgraded upgraded tools, as you see here. So that's awesome. Just skip all the way to get the elite stuff, and we should be able to do things a lot quicker now, which is great. I feel like I need an ATM here. ATM's gonna cost us 20 steel plates that we don't necessarily have. Okay, so this is how you grow stuff. I gotcha. So we produce things as if we're producing anything else. So we need things like organics. Oh, we need ice. Yeah, that's gonna be our downfall here. So ice, we need to go on scavenging missions just to get it. So not great. Yeah, we will have to figure that out soon. But in terms of the farm, incomplete mission for now. We should be able to get a little bit further once we close out the entire thing. And at first I was thinking of a barn-like look, but the way I designed it to be these things on the outside so I could build inside made it a little harder. So I might have to rethink this a little bit, but at least this is the start of the farming progress for now. Let's see if we can trade some more. Ooh, my turbine got damaged from lightning, I would assume. So that's not good. So I need girders to fix that, and I'm not even sure if I have any more because I kept on dismantling everything. Nope. That's not good at all. Okay, so I think I got rid of all my girders and things like yeah, that's not great. Okay, we are struggling again. Just when we thought we were doing pretty good, we're not. So we're gonna have to get back to doing a little bit more scavenging as well, and making a little bit more money. Although I do have a decent chunk of money, close to $1 million, so not too bad. But yeah, we gotta fix a lot of things here now. Okay, so of course we get dismantle stuff and fix it, but the great news that we don't need to, we have a maximum amount of batteries actually, so that's also a good thing. But the storm that lasted quite some time actually kept up with the power, so that's the good news about that. So yeah, I think let's just head to the economy base right over there, see what we can exchange for with space credits or other things. One thing I want to do, just to start our kind of trading business going here. I know for the most part I've been doing more scavenging than trading, but let's just start doing the trade aspect of it as well. So what we're gonna need is maybe an LCD screen, but I think I'm just gonna do kind of like a black book with a data pad. So a data pad, of course, we can always write stuff in it. So let me get that on me, and this is gonna be my things to trade. So we know for sure what we can trade, like steel plates, motors, things like that, but let's just hold off for now. Can I? Yep, I could change the data pad. Nice. So it's called things to trade. So that's gonna be my black book for now, in terms of like what are our highs to sell and buy, and lows to buy, things like that, right? So we can have that around with us, so when we are gonna trade stuff, we have a good you know, reference point instead of going back and forth, back and forth. So what is in here? So we got a lot of stuff in this rover, which we need to kind of transfer out. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna use this rover. I'm gonna bring this buggy. I have enough oxygen, so I should be okay. And I need to put all the toolbar stuff on this side, which would be a little bit more convenient because I prefer to drive on the left-hand side, to be honest. And yeah, let's just do that. So the grouping is the batteries. This is going to be charged on off. This is going to be the connector, switch lock. I think what I really want to do is maybe not have a passenger seat on here. So I might have to change this out or leave it for now. Let's just leave it for now. Let's just get going and go to the economy base, see what's there. Or not see what's there, see what we can trade or sell or buy at this point. Because we definitely need a lot more steel plates, iron, and things like that. So let's just head there. Okay, we've arrived. ATM's first thing to do. Should I build one at base? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below. Is it a good idea to do so? Do we need it? Because, I mean, every time we come here anyways, we can trade out credits anyways. Which, of course, I did not bring. So maybe it is a good idea to make one at base. Alright, so, sure. Okay, let's just get inside and start checking. Actually, you know what? Let's look for some loot really quick. Alright, so we net us 15k just by looting what's inside, so another weapon, and other minor stuff. But, yeah. Always appreciate for those who left their stuff and forgot about them. So, finders keepers in this case. Alright, store. We have food and everything like that. So, this is what we're going to look at, basically in terms of what we can sell as well. So, I think the most common things we can sell, steel plate, motors, large steel tubes, detector components, these things, looks like. I mean, it cycles, I would think so. Looks like we sell some herbs as well, which is good. but very, very minimal in terms of credits. Meat would be nice if we can do some hunting, but we can't here and on this planet. No animals. Mushrooms we can always grow and sell as well, but look at that. Very minimal in terms of credits, so it's not really worth selling food. So yeah, looks like, you know, your common stuff we're going to look at for now. We'll keep an inventory of these things: computers, construction components, detector components, things like that, on our data pad. So let's just get that up and running. Okay, there we go. So computers that sells for 35 credits, construction components 365, detector components 2154, large steel tube 1633, motors 1750, steel plates 1368. That's what we can easily sell for easy cash. So that's a good thing. In terms of buying, we got to do a conversion of how many iron it takes to make one steel plate to see if it's even worth it. So I should have gotten a book or a data pad to write down, you know, our purchases as well. Right now, let's see. There's uranium. Okay, so I kind of want to get that. Let's just get a few. We can't get much at all. We're gonna buy 5, which is more than half our money. Half our money. So that's expensive. That's fine, I guess. But the rest I'm gonna buy is going to be iron ingots. So obviously we can't buy all, so we're gonna have to buy a good chunk of them if we can. Buy about 3,000 worth, and that'll make us poor once again. Okay, so in terms of the iron ingots, we're gonna start small. We'll think big later, soon, in terms of what we can sell. But we got to figure out how much iron it takes just to make one steel plate. So we can see the conversion rate on here. So it's 174 for one iron ingot. Obviously, an iron ore would probably be better. And right now, I'm not even getting any discounts, I think, because it doesn't look like it. I am. We do have... we're still only 84% above neutral, 0. So we got a lot more to go to get up to the respectable friendly relations piece here. So, ouch. A lot more kind of missions to do here. So 174 was iron. So you can see, here's our buys. So iron ingot is 174 per piece. So all this is per piece anyway, so we'll leave it as that. Of course, if we can look at anything else. So what makes for Nico? Nothing specific. So can't sell ingots, so that's great. Would be nice to do that, but I think what we can sell and trade is mostly these parts here. So we'll figure out kind of all the calculations sooner or later with all these. But I think the steel plate one's probably the easiest one to deal with. So that's that. Let's just head out here. Do we want to do more contracts? We sure can. Again, there's no expiration for the bigger ones, so I could just collect as many acquisitions as possible, and we will deal with, you know, producing them later down the line. So we can do, let's just take this one. We'll take pretty much all of them that we can. That's worth it. I don't like doing these because it's a lot of bottles to make, which is a little bit annoying. Ooh, platinum ingots. You need 50 of these. I don't think I have that many, so I'm going to leave that alone. I'm just going to do the easy ones just to get rep, basically. That's pretty much all we can do. I don't think we can do anything else. There's some hauling, but we're not ready to go this far. And there's tons of searches, so I kind of want to make a ship, a small little ship, to start doing our search contracts a little bit easier. But that's going to have to wait because I'm not even settled yet with a decent base and the farm and everything like that. So we're going to figure that out relatively soon. So before we get a little too on the zero side of funds, let's just get this 15K. Ooh. Into our, what do we call it? Into our pockets. There we go. So that should get rid of all the credits. Why is there 1 credit left in there? Okay, there you go. So now I have 34,000 credits. So from nearly a millionaire back down to a thousandaire. Fun. And the whole storm and everything like that is, yeah, I'm not a fan of the storm. The weather, it's more annoying than it's a challenge. Where is my rover? Right over here. Okay. Yeah, so let's see. Our base is back there. And we have to travel 4K to get this unknown signal, which right this moment, of course, still a good idea to get unknown signals. So let's just head over there without flipping this guy over, hopefully. And of course, I'm driving on the right side, which I'm not used to. There we go. Okay, so it's up this mountain, so that's not gonna be fun. I hope we don't get too mountainous here to get this unknown signal, but we'll see. All right, made it back home. Safe and sound, nothing too much to it. And yep, we are good to go. So we should park it, but I'm not gonna park it right this moment and just deposit some of our stuff. Honestly, a good haul. We got 3K worth of iron, so that's great. So let's just go to this whole aspect of trading and see what it takes. It takes 7 iron ingots to make 1 steel plate. So we consult our things to trade book. If we buy 7 iron ingots, 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 it is 1218, and we can sell it for 1368, which is a difference of a profit of 150. So that's not significant, but I mean it's gonna work out. So I'm gonna add a produce or production side here. Okay, so steel plates equals 7 iron ingots. So we'll figure out from there. So we're only profiting right now, let's just say 150. In that case. So in the essence of trading large amounts, it's significant. So that's not too bad. So like let's say we bought 3K worth of iron ingots. That'll net us roughly around 430 steel plates, and then we sell all that, we'll profit 64,500. So not significant, but hey, it works. It could work. Of course, we could always look at it a little bit more deeper in terms of making other things, like what we can sell, like motors, construction components, things like that too. So 2.67 just to make 1 construction component, and let's just do that conversion as well. All right, so with the math done, 2.67 iron ingots just to make 1 construction component. So if you buy 174 for 1 iron ingot, but you can make a construction component, 1 construction component requires 2.67 iron ingots. That's gonna net us 464.58 credits, and that means we split the difference. 464 minus of 365. I think we estimate up or down. I'm not sure how they do it. They don't use decimal points, obviously, in the credits section here, so no coins in this aspect. But we net roughly close to 100 profit. So steel plate still would look like a little bit better. But obviously with reputation and also at the right timing, things sell on a higher, or things sell and buy a little higher or lower depending on the situation. But good to have this book here. So hopefully I don't lose this book down the line. That is the whole aspect of trading, basically. And of course, we need more rep. We need to find other economy bases, and that way we can do a little bit more trading that way too. But for now, back to farming. All right, so let's just make some more steel plates because that's what we need. And really, this storm is so unforgiving. It's impossible. it just keeps on coming, which is, I'm not comfortable with that. It's just harder to see. It's not pleasant. I'm not even, I don't mind the lightning too much. It just adds a little more to it, but it doesn't really do too much to me. So I don't know if I want to even keep that aspect of the settings. So I might kind of turn that off eventually. All right, I'm gonna head outside during the storm. Obviously not a great idea, but I'm gonna head out here and try to finish this up as soon as possible, as much as possible. We do need to kind of close this up as well. So unfortunately, we do need to use windows based on the way I kind of build this out. So I should change it up though. So let's see. If I were to use, I could still use regular windows, invert them on the outside like that. But the problem is I can't use anything in terms of like these fun ones, the round windows. Fun ones. Because I do want to round it out, but if it's built on the outside, it's not going to sit on it correctly. So that's the sucky part of how I built this out. So I think what we have to do is maybe push it back by 1. I mean, or not even. Do we need all this? Probably not. I think we just need 1 each. I don't know why I did it this way. Because you just technically need 1 thing to farm everything up. And you know what? I think we're going to have to change it up. I like the aspect of being able to build more of it. But honestly, you don't need to because you just need 1 each. As you see here for production. So we could definitely shrink this thing up by a lot. Alright, so that's all done. So instead of building against the windows, I'm going to put the windows a little bit further out. And not build it this way, but within this block here. That way, unfortunately, we can't build inside of the kind of grid there, but we should have enough space to avoid that. So it's not going to be a big deal if I did it that way, at least for the sides. So yeah, I'm fine with that. And I kind of want to round these out a little bit because we don't really use too much rounded materials, but I think we want to just give that a shot. Basically add a rounded armor slope right here, and we can use a rounded kind of window as well. Is there a rounded version of this one? No. So maybe we shouldn't be doing that. I mean, we can round it out here. Yeah, that's not bad. Ooh, that takes a lots and lots of glass. So that's not gonna be ideal, but whatever. But yeah, these half windows is what we need. So we want to put a lot of these half windows out here like so. And we'll build, again, we're building it inside of here because we gave it some extra space anyways. But outside here, we probably want to build on towards the outside. And not inside. So we're gonna have to add that kind of plate down here, armor plate, and then build the window out this way. But it's gonna have to be the half windows. Well, actually, we didn't need to. We could just do this one, the corner ones. But once you put the corner ones, you're not gonna be able to build anything in there anyway. So let's just do it this way. So 1 here, here, here. Kind of originally how we had it initially. And this needs to be a bit of a ramp. I'm going to use this ramp system. Yep, this is fine. Actually, let's do a half block first, and then we'll ramp it this way. There we go. We can still walk over that, so that's perfect. All right, so that's the window. So we can still build in here, but not over there. So that's the biggest problem I had. I didn't want to build it that way, so it limits us on building stuff inside. But at least I gave some extra spacing, so we could build inside. So that's the kind of the flaw of the design here. And I should turn these into the rounded pieces as well, just to give it that extra look. All right, so that's all done. Perfect. So I just want to build one more level of glass. So basically, even with this rounded piece here, and build one up there on each side. Okay, we just do it that way. Ooh, you know what? That's built on the outer end, so we're gonna have to put it on top of it. Get rid of that one right there. Let's go on the opposite side really quick. Here we go. We're gonna have to put it kind of on here. Hopefully, yeah, I'm not sure that's gonna cause a problem with the air tightness here. It might, but that one's built towards the outside, and so is this side as well. So we're gonna have to put that towards the outside, like so. Okay, and this one's put towards the inside, so that's the different story. And it looks like I made this on an even note, which is a little bit worrisome because that's not gonna be a good thing. Better to work with odd numbers sometimes here. Okay, and my window making skills doesn't seem to be holding out pretty well because that window fell right out. It's having some issues. Why? Oh, there was a window right there. I made an extra one. That's what the problem was there. There we go. There, that's a lot better. Okay, so that should do it in terms of how I want that piece. Now I want to close it up. So in order to close it up, we're gonna make a dome style. So we're gonna use these guys here. If it works, if it lets me, I hope it does. Yes, it does. And we're just gonna build it this way. Let me get some energy and everything first before I perish here. All right, so that's the dome looking like thing I wanted for this greenhouse like farm. Although we didn't need as much as I thought initially, but this is all we need for the most part and should be good to go. So it looks like I have materials for the wheat farm, apple farm, soya farm is missing large steel tubes, computers that's missing. So large steel tube, computers, and displays. Those are main things I'm missing. So let's just get that really quick, get that done. And I probably need to produce a bunch of windows or glass so we get things rolling in more. Okay, didn't bring enough computers. Should put a cargo container in there maybe, but I don't know. Everything's transferable inside, so we should be okay without a computer there. But yeah, seems like we need it. We'll figure it out. Yeah, definitely glass. We need a lot more. Okay, here's the compositor. Perfect. We got everything up and running. We need to fix the door. We need a motor. And we'll get the rest of it. It'd be glass. Glass and girders, maybe? So let's just go to just make some glass. I don't know if we have enough silicon for glass, but we're gonna make as much as we can and figure it out from there. We also needed some motors. Let's just get that going first, and then here's a motor. I'll get that going, and then fix our door, which is this. Yeah, and fix our door. Now we just need a bunch of glass and girders, which we may or may not have a lot of. Let's see. Okay, so we definitely are out of materials here, so I don't know if we're going to be able to get a farm up and running right this minute, but It looks pretty decent. We'll probably disassemble some stuff. But geez, this big pane right here, 50 glass for that. And maybe we'll dismantle a little bit because we don't need it to be fully done. Like say right here, we need 15 of them can go. Ooh. Okay, so one big swoop of my new grinder just takes it all out anyway, so that's not good. Okay, so let's see what we can do in terms of silicon. Okay, so silicon displays, we get rid of displays for now. We don't need it. Computers we have a ton of, so that contains some. What else is there that contains it that we may have? Let's just get rid of all solar cells if we have it, although we need one extra one. This is gold here, so we're not going to worry about that. Okay, so that's done. Let's get rid of some computers. I think, more importantly, solar cells would probably carry a little bit more in terms of silicon. All right, so basically, this is all we can get done with our current mat situation or resource situation. So not much more we can do about it. So the farm's gonna be a bit incomplete for now. I do have to get back to the economy base, and hopefully they are selling some silicon or maybe some mats or something I could get to disassemble. That could be a possibility. In the meantime, let's get something to eat, drink, and get some power back. Not power, get some hydrogen back into our bottles here. Oxygen's doing good. All right, so we are set. So let's head back out into the world.